This is a very special evening for a very special friend. I love Mac Wilburn. We have been working together since 1981, and I want to tell you, he is a man of impeccable integrity. He is a man who cares about others. He is a man that invests in new opportunities for young people. When he calls me, it's never about what he wants for himself. He's forever calling because he's doing something for somebody else. There are few people in this world like Mac Wilburn. Yes, he is extraordinarily successful. He earned it. He worked for it, and he worked hard. And when you see him this evening in that beautiful velvet jacket that he's got on, I was teasing him about that jacket. I said, you know what? That jacket must have cost a fortune. He said, yeah, I had to take out a loan to get it. Let's give a big round of applause to Mac Wilburn. Let me just say that he's not only been a friend to me, but to my entire family. I have 2 grandsons that graduated from Morehouse. And guess what? They celebrated their graduations at Mac Wilburn's house. He had them in his home. He embraced them. As a matter of fact, when each of them first came to Atlanta to go to college, it was Mac and his people who helped me to get them all situated and basically started. Give him another round of applause. Thank you, Mac Wilburn. Thank you. Now, I want you to know that the members of the Congressional Black Caucus that are here this evening who came to honor you are members that are working very hard on many of the issues that you care about, Mac. And I want you to know that Nikema Williams serves on the Financial Services Committee, and she had a lot to do with that PPP program and the money that we were able to get to so many small and minority businesses. So I want you to know that you are honored and revered by the Congressional Black Caucus. Give the Congressional Black Caucus a big round of applause, and all of our members who have come here to honor you. If you don't mind if I take a little bit of time, I just want to say that Andrew Young is a friend of mine. Andrew Young, one of the strongest, one of the best leaders in the civil rights movement in this country. And I want you to know that it was because of you that I got involved with Africa, that I got involved with dealing with apartheid in South Africa. I didn't know anything about it until Andy helped to open our eyes when he was the ambassador. And because of you, we worked very hard, and we were able to get Nelson Mandela out of prison and to become the president of South Africa. Give him a big round of applause. We can't say enough about Andy Young. And I want you to know that Mac Wilburn is one of the closest friends of Andrew Young. He cares about him. He will do anything that Andrew asks him to do. And that's very important because there's so many of our young people who don't know, who don't understand the sacrifices that have been made. But I want you to know Mac Wilburn will never forget. And because of his friendship with Andrew Young, Andrew can go to bed every night with Carol and not have to worry about a thing. Whatever they need, I want you to know Mac Wilburn is there to get it for them. There are a few other people I've just got to mention because of the time that I've spent with them and what I know about them. Maynard Jackson, I want you to know, was the greatest mayor of any mayor in this country. I want you to know that he understood business. That airport is not enough to be named after him. He was a very, very profound leader and a mayor that has not been absolutely duplicated by any other mayor in this country. He was the mayor of Atlanta, and he did a fabulous job. Give him a big round of applause. Valerie, I'm so proud of you, and I can recall when we worked at the DNC and the fight that we put up and what we had to do in order to have them understand what the Democratic National Committee needed. That's okay. He is stamped in history on not only what he did here in Atlanta, but the leadership that he provided in the Democratic Party. Valerie, we love you. Give Valerie and Maynard a big round of applause. That's another one that was supported by Mac Wilburn. Mac Wilburn understands the need to develop resources, and they stood with Maynard. They worked with Maynard. They developed the resources that he needed in order to be the kind of mayor that he wanted to be. Now you got to give Mac Wilburn another round of applause. And so I'm just going to go through this for a little bit. Everybody is talking about the fact that Mac is a great business person. You guys don't know and understand what he and Daniel Halpern and others have done in order to make sure that there was the resources that was needed for those who had concessions in the airport. I want to tell you, whether you're talking about what we did during COVID, what you're talking about what we did with the Main Street project for the airlines and the concessionaires, and how they worked hard to make sure that we had the resources that they could keep their employees working, that they didn't have to basically cut them off, they didn't have to shut down, but because of their leadership. Daniel Halpern, I know how hard you worked with all of you who were involved in saving those concessions in the airport. You couldn't have done it without Mac Wilburn. Give him a big round of applause. And because these issues came under my Financial Services Committee, I had the gavel and I knew how to use it. Thank you so much, Mac. Thank you so much, Daniel. There's so many others that I'd like to just really recall tonight because of how great this city has been in the leadership of civil rights. I absolutely am thrilled with this city because of not only Dr. Martin Luther King, but just look what happened in the United States Senate. Who just got elected, who worked hard, and who was able to stand up against the Republicans who had all the money, they had all the resources that they need. It's just too bad they had a terrible candidate. And I want you to know that Senator Warnock is to be celebrated, it's to be honored, and to be supported. Now, Mac, this is not a political meeting, this is your birthday. And I want to say happy birthday, but I want to say thank you. Thank you, first of all, for being my dear friend. I love you so much. My family loves you so much. I'm excited every time I'm with you. This is a happy birthday celebration for you, and I want you to know you can call me night or day. You can call me early in the morning. You can call me late at night. I'm Auntie Maxine, and I know how to fight. Thank you.